All right, what up? What up? Welcome into episode. We're on 27. Fair warning. Today's a little bit different. Sorry, this is gonna bug me. Pause.
Already paused, maybe. What are we doing? What's wrong with it?
Just a little angle.
What's up, guys? I'm back, starting.
Perfect. All right.
Haven't been on in a minute, but I'm back.
Wait, you were on last week.
Yeah, but in at the end. I never came in.
All right. How's it? I hope everybody's doing well today. Today's gonna be a little different. Stuff happens, but you know what? That's okay. We're still here. It's Monday. Honestly, I almost forgot we were here today, but we're chilling. I got a lot to talk about. Some crazy NFL Sunday because it's Monday.
It's NFL season, baby.
It's finally here, bro. It was so nice.
I'm so excited.
So nice getting home yesterday. 12 o'clock. Throw on 2 TVs in the living room and ooh.
Just watch Red Zone the whole day. Oh,
I don't have Red Zone, so what I did, I get Sling.
Oh, okay.
And I put cable TV on top and then Sling on the bottom, and just go back and forth.
Nice. What were the main games you were watching?
Let's see. Shoot.
Was it the Bengals, Patriots?
Yep, that was on CBS,
Yeah.
and then what was the game on Fox?
It was Bears.
Yep,
Titans.
Bears Titans. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So we'll talk a little bit about that. You had Red Zone, so you had everything. I don't have to ask you what we were watching.
Oh, yeah.
We'll get into MLB first. I say we just get into Tigers.
Yeah.
Tigers. Okay, as it stands right now, we are at Monday. Nobody's played. Has anybody played games yet today?
No. They probably are playing, but they're not over.
Yeah. Before we say this, let me just confirm. Yeah. Yep, no games have been played today, so this is current standings as of Monday morning, so at the end of Sunday and all the games told. The Detroit Tigers are currently 3.5 games back. They're 2 games over 500. They are the first team out of the wild card. As we are saying this, they are behind the Twins.
This is exciting, dude. We've never been this close since 2016.
Okay, that's what I thought. That's what I've been talking.
Yeah, it's been
2016.
2016. We were half a game out in the last game of the season.
Okay,
so.
This feels so wrong. We're 4th place in our division, but we have a chance at the wild card.
It's crazy. This division's actually really good this year.
It's solid. It's very solid. We're the only division that has 4 teams over 500.
We were the laughing stock last year, and now we're like one of the best teams.
For real.
It's nice to see.
Very nice. Tigers, what'd you call them? No, they're not really hot. They're 2-game winning streak. They're 5-5 in their last 10.
I mean, they just had a tough series against the Padres.
That was tough, and then a tough series against the A's.
Yeah.
Going to 13. What was that on Friday?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was on Friday. That's tough. Mm-hmm. That's a tough hump to get over because we used everybody but Kenta Maeda that day.
What game?
The 13-inning.
Oh, yeah.
We used everybody. That was a Skubal day, too. That's what's crazy. That was a Skubal day.
Coming off the Parker Meadows Grand Slam, you had Tarek Skubal on the mound, and you kind of laid in a goose egg.
Yeah.
I mean, back and forth game through extras. Colt Keith hits 103 off of Mason Miller. Huge clutch hit. Then you take out Tyler Holton, which I don't really like. Tyler Holton's been a dog the whole year.
Dog.
I know that they brought in Hannafy, who's also been a dog.
Hannafy, dog. Don't know who that is, but he's still a dog.
Yeah, I get it, but I'm sorry. Tyler Holton's been our best pitcher.
Yeah.
Besides Skubal.
Yeah.
So let him go to finish the game, man. I don't even care about the matchups, man. Hinch just needs to think sometimes.
Yeah, I've kind of been saying that I don't like all of these. My big number one is why are we taking Carey out for all lefties? Yeah. If he's not good batting lefties, how is he going to get better if he doesn't face them?
Yeah.
That's my thing. I mean, granted, we're getting late into the year where everything counts, but still, I think he's our top 2 hitter right now, and we need him.
Especially for that.
And he hits
inning,
lefties.
Especially with that 13th inning.
Yeah.
I mean,
Who
he
do we
had a
have?
3-run home run against a lefty on the Red Sox.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, but Kerry Carpenter against the lefty is way better than Justin Henry Malloy ever. I'm sorry. Yeah. It's just facts.
J-Hen right now is just not.
He's just not it. And you don't take out Kerry for J-Hen.
Right.
You just don't.
Right, yeah, you can't.
That's
you can't,
bad.
But that's where we're at. So Tigers, their series coming up, they're going to have a rough go of it. I'm just going to say that now. They're going to have a very rough go of it.
I think we should be good. We sweep the Rockies.
So they have Colorado. That's a must sweep. If they don't sweep, that's a loss.
That's a loss.
If they don't sweep, they could be out of
the Rockies have 3 hitters, and that's it.
Right.
The rest don't even have anything. Like, they're useless. They're the worst away team in baseball. They're worse than the White Sox.
Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Okay. But then we have a rough 9 games. Okay. We have O's, KC, and then we go back to Baltimore. Boy, that's tough. That's going to be tough, but man.
Which I think Hinge is making a huge mistake. He said he's saving Tarek Skubal for the Royals series, so they're not even pitching.
Don't pitch him against
the Orioles.
Don't pitch him against the Rockies. Pitch him game 1.
Pitch him game 1 against the Orioles because
we're going to be there. So pitch him game 1 while we're going to be there.
And Tarek Skubal's never pitched well against the Royals, so it's just I don't know. I don't like this at all.
Yeah, for a statistical.
Yeah.
AJ Hinch.
I mean, I'm sorry, but any pitcher we throw out could beat the Rockies.
Yeah.
The Orioles, game 1, Friday, that's
Why are we having
huge.
a bullpen game? We're having bullpen Kender Montero.
Sheesh.
That's rough. I'm sorry, that's rough. We're fighting for the playoffs, so you have to put your best pitcher out against the best team in baseball. Arguably.
Yeah.
I'll say arguably. But I don't like that. Looking at this matchup, don't like
who is it? It would be Skubal. Oh, they don't have.
When did Skubal pitch last? He pitched against Oakland.
Yeah, the Friday game. So he's going to be pitching Thursday. So.
Don't pitch him Thursday. Pitch him on Friday.
Give him a bullpen day. Give him an extra day of rest so he can pitch against one of the best teams in baseball.
Yeah, I think that's how you have to do it.
I'm sorry, but nobody wants to watch a bullpen day on Apple TV, dog.
Yeah.
I know we've been good with it. Brant Herter's been amazing.
For
Brandon Hannafy, Sean Gunther. Bro, what are these guys' names, bro? They're just so random, and they've just been so good because of Christopher Fetter.
I'm sorry, we're playing the Orioles for 6 games, and Skubal is not scheduled to face them once.
Are you kidding?
I mean, this is according to ESPN.
Yeah, that's probably accurate, though. Or that's probably what's going to be.
That sucks. That stinks. But, yeah, Tigers, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 series left. Ideally, so that's, 6 times 9? What is that?
What? 54?
15, 18. I'm sorry, I said that totally wrong.
I was like, wait, what?
That's what I totally said that wrong. So they have 3, 6, 9, 12. They have 18 games left.
Okay.
What's their record need to be coming out of this?
I mean, it all depends on their teams, but realistically, okay, so you have to win one of the series against the Orioles. You have to at 2-1.
Okay, so
sweep the
1,
Rockies.
2, 3.
I think
4, 5.
Win those 2, so they're 5-0. They're 5 games. They lose that game.
5. So we'll say 5-1 here.
5-1. They have to sweep that. They have to win the series there.
Right.
So they're 7-2.
Yep.
7-2. You could lose a series there. I could see that happening.
So we'll go 8-4.
8-4. You have to sweep the. Both
I say they have to come out with 12 wins. I say they have to come out with 12 wins.
I agree.
Because what we just said, on that logic, they just win the series. So they win 2 games against the Rays.
What's their record? What would their record be? 12 and 6.
12 plus 73.
85 wins.
That'd be 85 out of 18 games, so that's 6 losses. They'd be at 77 losses.
85 and 77. I don't know if that's good enough for the playoffs. It all depends on how bad the Twins do, because they've been struggling. So I can see it happening. Let's see the Twins' schedules. Let's see that.
I hope they have tough.
Because I know they played the Angels this week.
So we're 3 games out of the Twins right now.
Realistically, I wouldn't say it's good if they win, but
Twins.
Let's see.
Okay.
They play Cleveland.
6, 9, 12, 15, 18.
That Red Sox series is insane. Goodness.
They have 19 games left, so they have an extra game thrown in.
But they play some tough teams. I mean, the Reds aren't, they're whatever. They play the Guardians, the Red Sox, and the Orioles.
They have a tough schedule coming up.
Yeah, so.
I think we've seen that the Angels shouldn't be slept on. The Reds, Ellie can go off at any time. I mean, I don't think you rely on that, but it's the Reds.
I think realistically,
the Guardians are hot and they play really well at home. I think they play really well at home. You have the Red Sox, who are solid. Miami, we don't talk about that. Yeah. And then they have to finish off with Baltimore. Mm-hmm. So if we're in a position...
Where is it at?
It's playing Baltimore. But I think no matter what, if we're in a position where it's a half game or a game difference, we play the White Sox that week.
Correct.
So I think we have to wait... What is that? Wait 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Because when's the 27th? Yeah, wait 2.5 weeks, and then we can see where we're at. I think that's what we have to do. Wait 2 weeks.
Thursday. I think, realistically, Tigers could be 2 games out of the wild card spot. That's what I think. Because they played the Angels. No, on this Thursday. Like
I'm talking, we have to wait up until here.
Yeah, but I think if we get 2 games, because they play the Reds. Okay, let's predict how many games back will be next Monday. Next podcast.
So next weekend.
Because realistically,
so that could be 5 to 7 days.
Jeez, this is gonna be tough. Because they play nobody good. Then we got a mountain to climb. I think if we can be 2 games, I think we're in a good spot.
Mm-hmm. We're in a good spot if we have 2 games because after that they have the Indian. I'm gonna say they have the Indians coming up.
Yeah.
And that's no walk in the park. I think especially for the Twins, that's no walk in the park.
Yeah.
I mean, they have good pitchers going, but I don't think that's anything crazy.
Like, they've been struggling. Festa. Who is Festa for the Twins? So, Reed Detmers and Griffin Canning. You guys have to clutch up, my boys. But, yeah. Tigers look they're in a pretty good spot.
They're in a very good spot. It's hard to say where they're going to be. So all we can do is hope and take it day by day.
Yeah, let's sweep the Rockies first off.
They have to.
We can control.
They have to sweep the Rockies.
Correct.
Have to.
Right,
Are they not playing today?
No, we're off today.
Dang.
But we played Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Okay.
Montero. Yeah.
Okay.
So we got other stuff. Anthony Rizzo returned
while we're on
to Wrigley Field.
Yeah.
He
came back.
That was pretty cool. They gave his old walk-up song. That was pretty cool. I think Rizzo should have a better ovation than Javi Baez did. Javi was good for the Cubs.
I feel like Javi was like... If you think about the Cubs, in order you think Chris Bryant, Rizzo, Baez.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of how you think. But can we just go back to the NL wild card? We didn't talk about that.
Let's talk about this.
While we're here. So currently there's 4 teams in it. There should only be 3. The Mets and the Braves. Never thought we'd be saying that. The Mets and the Braves are currently tied. And realistically within reach, you have the Cubs and the Cardinals.
Nah.
That's somewhat realistic, okay?
Let's kind of eliminate them, because...
No, I say you eliminate the Giants. Giants below are gone. Okay, because if you look at it respective with the American League, do you think the Rangers are still in the race?
No.
I think they are.
What?
They're the Rangers.
No.
They're the Rangers. They're 6.5 back. They're 6.5 back, and every team has 18 games left.
I think the Rays, the Rangers are all gone. I think the Mariners... I think the Red Sox are the only team
below us,
realistically, that's got a shot.
But
yeah,
okay. For sake of the argument, let's just go here. I think the Padres are secured and the Diamondbacks are secured.
They're only +2 though. That's pretty scary.
Yeah, but I think they're secured.
Yeah, they're a good team.
They're solid teams. Never thought we'd be seeing the Braves up here. Honestly,
yeah.
Never in a million years thought that. Or the Mets, for that matter.
They've been hot. I think they won 8 straight.
They're 9 out of 1.
Yeah.
If they didn't lose yesterday, they're on a 10-game win streak.
That's crazy.
And that's absolutely insane. I want to see who's kind of in their top hitter.
Mark Vientos.
Who?
Mark Vientos, their 3rd baseman. He's been amazing this year. And then you got Lindor, who's been very good. Alonso's been pretty good.
Pete Alonso finally doing some, high strikeouts, but
yeah.
Yeah, they have guys who have just been solid. Nobody's spectacular, just solid. Solid all the way around, including Zach Short. If you know, you know. But
they have all the Tigers infielders: Zach Short and Iglesias.
That's crazy. But
yeah.
see, I don't think either of those teams I don't think should be in the wild card race. So it's just weird to sit here and have the conversation of, okay, who's going to make it?
Yeah.
You know, it's weird to have that conversation.
Wait, are we like live?
Yeah, we're good.
No, okay.
Yeah, we're chilling.
Got you.
We're chilling.
Yeah, I think it'll be Padres, Diamondbacks, Braves. I really do. I think the Mets will cool off, and I think the Braves. I think they'll get it.
Yeah. Okay. So as you're sitting here looking at this, with where the Cubs are sitting, Cubs don't have a shot.
No.
They just don't have any superstars. Am I correct? Who's their top player?
What team? The Cubs?
Yeah.
Cody Bellinger.
Yeah. I feel like
Seiya Suzuki.
Oh, that's right. And then they have Shota, but pitching is not going to win it if they don't have any offense. And then past that, who are you taking for that last spot? The Mets or the Braves?
I'm going to take the Braves. I just think the Mets are going to cool off, and the Braves are the Braves. You know, the
Braves always find a way.
They've been
absolutely
hurt by the injury bug, so it stinks, but I think they get
Could they Austin have people Riley come back?
They get Austin Riley and Ozzie Albies back, I think. But Gio Urshela's been pretty good for them. I'm not even going to lie. Yeah. He's been pretty good.
Miss you, Gio.
Yeah.
We miss you.
Nah.
What do you mean,
Chase Young, I like him.
Bro, Marcelo Zuna not being talked about enough.
Yeah.
If MLB had comeback player of the year, congratulations. Signed, sealed, delivered, it's yours. Like, for real. Coming back from last season he was okay.
He had 40 home runs. I know that.
Yeah. Okay. So he was solid last year, but this year he's gotten the average up.
Yeah.
Which how is that? He has more strikeouts.
Well, strikeouts don't hurt the average a lot more.
He's walked a little bit more.
But do you think the Braves will get that last spot?
Yeah, I think so. I think, like we said with the Mets, I think they all have guys that are streaky. Kind of like the Tigers.
Yeah.
Granted, I think the Tigers are younger, so I think they can get out of those streaks a little quicker when they get their mind to it. But yeah, it's nationally, it's gonna be a fun playoff. Mm-hmm. But who's currently winning the divisions?
Dodgers.
So it's Brewers. Yankees. So that division, it's a toss-up who wins it. It's a toss-up who wins it. And whoever doesn't win it gets the first spot in the wild card. Easy. It's a half game difference.
Look at the Yankees' schedule, please. I want to check that.
I actually don't know who they're going to be playing. They're playing... Okay, so... Wow.
Where are we at?
Oh, man.
Royals,
Red Sox, Mariners, A's, Orioles, Pirates.
Can we look at the Orioles' schedule again, please? Because I know they play Tigers a bunch.
Yeah. So they go somewhere... They go Boston, Detroit, San Fran, Detroit, Yankees, Twins.
That's not too bad, actually.
Yeah, Yankees have the way harder schedule. 100% they have a way harder schedule.
I mean, it's tough, but I honestly think the Orioles win division. Not just because they...
I think at this point, yes, the Orioles... Yeah. Yankees are my team. Well, my second team. But with this schedule, I'm sorry. If there's a half game difference... You have to be a spectacular baseball team, and I just think right now they're in that middle stage of getting ready to go on a skid.
Wait, did they say who's going to be pitching that series?
Which
the
series?
Orioles? No.
Oh, no, not that far ahead.
Bro, that's crazy. That's going to be a crazy series.
It's going
to be on TBS?
Ace.
What the? They're already ready for playoffs.
Sick. All right.
But yeah, I think it would be a tough one.
But then who else?
Central, it's the Guardians. But don't look at the Royals. The Royals are right there, 2.5.
Yeah. People are forgetting about the Royals. West, it's the Astros. We're not going
to... Yeah.
NL East, Phillies. Yep. Clean cut. Central, Brewers, again, clean cut. Dodgers, get the West, clean cut.
Yeah.
That's kind of how we thought it was going to go. Mm-hmm. I mean, the Central, I feel like, was a little more up for grabs.
We thought Corbin Burns getting out would be...
That'd be huge.
For the Brewers.
I mean, personally, I picked the Cardinals, and the Cardinals did better than a lot of people thought they would. They did a lot better than they thought they would, considering their offense isn't that great. But, other than that, fairly clean cut, except for the West. The Rangers have kind of fallen off since the World Series.
What team?
The Rangers.
Yeah.
Their World Series.
You guys are really high on them. I thought the Astros would win the
You want to just kind of go over...
Hold on, I first want to glaze one team first, like crazy.
What?
I think the Padres are gonna win the World Series this year.
You said that about the Braves, brother.
Yeah, but
you said that roll a clip of you saying that 2 months ago that the Braves are gonna win the World Series, bro.
Yeah, but dude, the Padres have everything, bro. They
have a good bullpen.
They have one of the best bullpens. I mean, they got Jason Adams from the Rays, he's given up 1 run since he's been a Padre. Tanner Scott, unreal. Robert Suarez gave up that grand slam against
It's
Pablo
Robert
Meadows,
Suarez,
but he's so good. And then you got the rotation. If Yu Darvish can come back and he's decent. Dylan Cease, Joe Musgrove. You got
Michael King.
Mark Waldron, the knuckleballer. Martin Perez, who's he could be a reliever in the playoffs. Like
Why
whatever.
does Michael King sound familiar?
Michael King, he was a reliever from the Yankees.
That's why.
Yeah.
Solid.
Yeah, and then Fernando back. You get Fernando back.
Okay,
Man, he's been
so
better.
if you look at a team, I think what you have to find is you have to find a good contact hitter, power hitter, and just some solid guys to build around that. They have the contact and Luis Arias. We don't have to talk about that. They have, oh my gosh, that's right, Jackson. I love talking about Jackson Merrill. Can we just sit here and talk about Jackson Merrill? You know how many times I have to talk about him for you know what? Like literally every day I sit there and talk about Jackson Merrill.
Dude,
dude, he is so good. He's gonna win NL Rookie of the Year over Paul Skeens. I'm sorry if he doesn't. That's a Chuck E. Cheese Rookie of the Year for Paul Skeens. Jackson Merrill wins that. I mean, he is so good. 290 average, and he's been playing all year. He's been playing all year for anybody. That's solid. Mm-hmm. For anybody.
A rookie though, and then Jurickson Profar has just become so good.
Showed up. Hello, Jurickson.
Machado's been so good this past couple weeks.
Yup.
Then you got the shortstop is kind of weird. But
Ha-Seong Kim, he's alright.
Yeah, he's been hurt though.
Okay.
And then they're catching. It's weird.
Higashioka.
The Yankee guy, Kyle. Their outfield is nice though. They got Profar and Merrill, Tatis.
Profar, Merrill, Tatis, right there. That's a great outfield.
Dude,
That's a solid.
They have a team to win this World Series, and I believe they can, because This is pretty much kind of the same team they had in 22 or 21 against the Phillies when they were 1 game away from the World Series, and they got Tatis. He didn't play that year, so man, Padres, watch out for them. They have everything you need.
I think realistically, we say they go to the National League Championship.
Yeah,
I think that's realistic right there.
Against the Phillies.
Realistic. But past that, I mean, it's MLB playoffs. Anything. Yeah. We know that. Let's just talk about Series of the Week and then.
Yeah, we could do both. We could do both while we're here.
Yeah, nice contour. That'd be a nice transition.
Yankees versus Royals. It's in Kansas City, correct?
Fact checking. Yep, it's in New York.
It's in New York.
New York.
Dang. Yeah. So we got Carlos Rodon against Brady Singer, Marcus Stroman against Seth Lugo, and Luis Heel against Cole Reagan. That's crazy.
Nice matchups.
I think. Who are you gonna go with?
I feel like I'm not a good fan if I don't go with the Yankees. And honestly, I like their pitching matchups. They won the series against the Cubs. Luis Heel won his game against the Cubs, and then I think they'll lose that game against Seth Lugo. So I think today, if they win today, they win the series. So I'll take them to win the series. I'll just say Ethan has the Royals.
Ethan has the Royals. He's not here. Dude, I don't know who I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with the Kansas City Royals.
Thank you for the point, brother.
Yeah, because I don't know. I feel like it's a win-win for me because either I get points in this or the Yankees win, which I want them to win.
Yeah.
So I think the Royals have the better pitching matchup. I think so. Seth Lugo and Brady Singer and Cole Reagan's been so good this year.
Yeah.
I hope Cole Reagan doesn't strike anybody out, but because he's only 4 away from Tarek Skubal in the Triple Crown, but I think the Royals have a great squad. So I'm gonna go Royals.
So let's go into NFL baby.
Oh my
NFL
goodness,
time.
we're here, man.
It's time. It came yesterday. It was awesome. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Stop it. Series of the week. Well, I guess we're gonna call it Game of the Week. We're not gonna call it Series of the Week. We'll call it Game of the Week. So last week we had the Ravens and Chiefs. Ethan and I picked Ravens. Sean picked Chiefs. So Ethan, Sean gets the point. We need to keep a little more track of that versus MLB. We kind of fell off on the MLB tracking that. So this week, unfortunately, we have to stick with the Chiefs because it's Bengals Chiefs, and they're in Burrowhead, baby.
Burrowhead.
They're in Burrowhead. You want to pick first?
Yeah. Daniel.
Hello.
You're alive, caller.
So, yeah.
You're live, caller.
It's right here. I'm going to go with the Kansas City Chiefs. You know, they have the refs. They have the quarterback. They have a good team, and Joe Burrow looked terrible
Who'd you
this
just
week.
say?
I went with the Chiefs. I think they just look terrible. And Joe Burrow never looks good till like week 4 at least. So I'm going to go Kansas City Chiefs. Who you got, Derek?
Well, we'll say Ethan has the Bengals. And you know what?
Yeah.
When are they playing? Are they playing a primetime game?
No, it's a 4:25.
Yes, it's not primetime.
It's not. Or is it primetime? Oh, no. No, it's like a 4:25 game. So that's
Chiefs.
always the Bengals that win that game, which is stupid.
Chiefs are favored in that.
And that's just because
Over.
they have odds.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they have the line.
Why is this so hard? Oh, my
Regular season is tough, yeah.
This is tough because how many times has Burrow beat Patrick Mahomes in Arrowhead? Like 4 times?
Yeah.
I don't think he's lost a game in Arrowhead. But on the other hand...
He has.
Has he?
Mm-hmm.
I think it hurt not having T. Higgins, and I think it hurts not having a Jamar Chase contract.
T. Higgins is going to be back.
It hurt not I think Jamar Chase, I feel like Jamar Chase isn't playing to his full potential. Honestly. Oh my gosh, you can go to the Cardinals game for $19.
Sheesh.
Bro, go. If you guys are in Arizona, go, please. Or Jacksonville.
For what team?
Arizona Rams or Jags Cleveland. That's going to be a good game. That'd be a good game to go to. You want to fly down to Florida? Go see that game?
No, I'm good.
But, you know what? I'm going to go with my gut and give me the Bengals.
Thanks for the point.
I said I was going to say Bengals, and I'm second-guessing myself, and I don't like to second-guess myself. Okay.
I like that.
Game of the week. Sorry, I'll save it. I'll save it because I don't want to immediately start with me going on and on about a player. So we'll get into it.
Oh my gosh.
We're gonna get in before we even had the started games.
Let's talk about some injuries.
We had Dak Prescott sign an extension. He got extended 4 years, $240 million.
Man, that's weird.
He got all of a sudden, like before game started at 1 o'clock, we get this notification that he gets extended. Like, signs a contract, goes play football. Like, weird.
So now what's going to happen with Micah Parsons?
Yeah, they clearly have chosen who's getting the contract and who's not. Micah, we'd love to have you in Detroit.
I mean,
imagine that.
Dude.
Imagine that
Aiden
defense.
Hutchinson and
I don't think.
Micah.
There's no way we have the money for it.
No.
But imagine we're unstoppable.
Yeah.
Honestly, we are unstoppable. We could have trash cans for our secondary, and we'll still win football games. Mm-hmm. Because we have Micah Parsons and Aiden Hutchinson, who gets held every single play.
Yeah.
There's no way there's not a flag thrown. But, beside that, and then before we had other games start, we had Tyreek Hill getting detained.
That's weird.
There's a lot of drama behind that. I've seen different reports come out, so I think we'll just kind of leave that there, that he was detained. Mm-hmm. And we're just going to go with that. He did end up playing. It was for some sort of, as ESPN calls it, a driving violation. That's a weird way to put it.
Yeah.
But it's got to be, traffic, reckless driving, something like that.
Yeah.
It's probably late. Okay. Now.
You want to get college out of the way first?
Yeah. There's 2 games I wanted to talk about in college.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about the Texas-Michigan game.
Yikes.
What was that? 31-12?
Mm-hmm.
I believe.
Yeah. It was a brutal game.
Roughly. Something like that. Let me just confirm.
Yeah, it was 31-12.
I'm fact-checking myself. Yep, 31-12. Brock Is it Quinn Ewers? Sorry.
Quinn Ewers, yeah.
Quinn Ewers, 246 yards.
So
3
when
touchdowns.
does he start
Sweet.
over Arch Manning?
Davis Warren.
Like,
wait, hold up.
does Archie Manning? He doesn't
start.
He doesn't start.
Quinn Ewers is good.
Dang.
He's good. But this isn't in the stat line. Alex Orji came in for one play and threw a pick.
That's actually pretty funny.
I saw that come across.
An Orji in the end zone.
He came in, threw a pick. Davis Warren, 204 yards, a touchdown. That would be sick. But he threw 2 interceptions on top of that. So there we are.
And that interception was like the last couple, like 5 minutes of the game that nobody cared about.
They're not giving the ball to Donovan Edwards. Edwards had 8 carries for 41 yards. Like, he's our best player on the team.
Yeah.
We are a run-heavy offense. Sharon Moore, you know this. You know this, man. You were on our undefeated team last year. You got to, something's got to happen. This offense was sad that we could only score field goals. Oh, and I'm sorry. No, we did get 1 touchdown pass.
Yeah, at the end of the game.
Yeah, meaningless touchdown. And we went for 2 and failed. That makes sense. Or did we miss the kick? One of the 2.
No, we didn't miss the kick.
Oh, I guess Alex Orji didn't throw a pick. That was weird. I saw it come across on my ESPN and he threw a pick, but it must have gotten called back.
Oh.
So yeah, Davis Warren threw 2 picks. Yeah, I think that's all we'll talk about there. Yeah. But then this was a huge upset. We have to talk about this. Northern Illinois took down Notre Dame.
So did you know, I guess Notre Dame paid them like
$1.4 million to come play.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's what I saw, and then they lost. They lost. So I remember watching this game. I watched through the first quarter.
I didn't watch
it. And it was on Peacock. And Notre Dame had gone down and scored, and then Northern Illinois came down and scored. They scored a touchdown rather easy, and I sat there and I thought, man, Northern Illinois looks good. This might be a good game. Walked away, did whatever. I look at my phone, and it says Northern Illinois beats them by a field goal. And that's absolutely insane. Notre Dame, 5th-ranked team in the country, gets taken down by a MAC school.
Yeah.
Which, uncalled for. I think Notre Dame has a lot of things to look at. But, a quarterback. Their quarterback was worse than Michigan's quarterback. Would you like to come say hi?
No. So this happened today.
Yeah. Let's get into NFL.
Yeah, we'll just hop into NFL. That was...
Start with Thursday Night Football.
Yeah, Ravens took down the Chiefs.
Oh my goodness.
That was a good game.
It was a good game.
That was a really...
Kind of boring for the first... The first quarter was fun. Second quarter, third quarter were kind of boring. But then it got entertaining in the fourth quarter. So, let's get to that stat line. Patrick Mahomes...
I don't think we have to go over stat lines.
Yeah,
we're not going to go over stat lines for the time.
Not like all of it, but there were some good games,
Yeah.
Well, a couple touchdowns. Isaiah Likely. If you started Mark Andrews in fantasy...
You were so mad.
I'm sorry, brother.
You were so mad that Isaiah Likely was getting that ball. Where's the receiving? There's the receiving.
That's insane.
Yeah. Derrick Henry had a touchdown in his Ravens debut. Good for him.
This is easier.
What?
Look up NFL, and then it's easier.
We have the stats right there.
It's easier that way.
I have the stats right there.
No, watch. It's easier like this, because then you just tap it, and then it shows the stats easier. Watch.
It just literally showed the stats.
But
you just had to go to the same.
Like this. I think this is easier.
It's not really.
Yeah,
Look at it. It's right there. Look at it. It's the same difference.
No, it's stupider.
It's the same difference. You have the leaders right there. That looks stupider.
So then final play of the game, Lamar Jackson's dancing in and out, throws a dime. Before that he missed Zay Flowers
wide open. They both were running.
He said he wasn't throwing it to Zay Flowers, but he probably could just be saying that.
He could just be saying that to protect himself, but honestly, we all saw it out by a big toe.
Yeah.
Out by a big toe.
But honestly, I think Chiefs still would have won. The Ravens were going for 2, and their offensive line was terrible today. I didn't think they were scoring a 2-point conversion at all.
100%. Lamar Jackson played solid, 273 yards passing, 122 rushing.
That's the MVP. That's an MVP type game right there. That's an impressive game from Lamar Jackson. He missed some big throws and some big time moments, but
But shout out Xavier Worthy, 2 touchdowns in his NFL debut, and then Rashee Rice showing out for 103 yards. Finally, this Chiefs offense getting something other than just Travis Kelce.
Bro, that felt like every play was just Rashee Rice slant over the middle.
Yeah.
Great throw from Mahomes, and he just took it.
I mean, Mahomes didn't go crazy. He had 290 yards passing, a touchdown, and a pick.
When did he throw the interception? I don't remember that.
I don't remember either. I was working.
But Xavier Worthy, the play he scored, it was literally, they stole it from the Lions against the 49ers. That was literally the J-Mo touchdown.
Yep,
that was
literally.
It. Yeah.
Then Friday in Brazil, we had the Eagles take down the Packers 34-29. I know what you're trying to get ready to say. Let's go over the stat line.
I bet Saquon or
nope. You're trying to talk about that.
Nah, we'll get in that.
Okay, we'll save that. We're gonna say. I think you guys know what we're talking about. Saquon went insane. 3 touchdowns.
That's what you get when it's one of the best O-lines in football. Even if they lost Jason Kelce.
Jalen Hurts, though, I think you have to consider the 2 picks.
They were terrible picks. I don't know what he's doing, dude. I just feel like he's Josh Allen right now. He's not running really
throwing
anymore.
uncalled throws. 13 rushes for 33 yards. Can't be doing that. But like Packers, Jaden Reed, had a great game, outstanding game. Jaden Reed showing out, like they talked about him for, kind of putting Christian Watson way down on the scoreboard, but solid game.
But dude, everyone was slipping on that field. That was one of the worst fields I've ever seen in my life.
I feel like I saw a couple fields this week that were awful. I mean, Ford Field was awful. Brazil was bad.
Jalen Hurts, he just had some tough throws. Bad, like him and the center were not in.
They weren't in sync yet.
They weren't in sync at all.
Nope.
But you have Jason Kelce for your entire career, and then you get this guy.
Yeah. All right.
And then at the end of the game, we'll talk about this since we're talking about the game.
I think so.
The third to last play, Jalen Carter,
No, that was the second to last play, right?
No, because then the backup had 2 plays, and it was the dumbest plays I've ever seen in my life. But he runs into his knee. He's going to be out 4 to 6 weeks, so...
that's what the reports are right now. It's an MCL strain.
Yeah, so it's not...
It's nothing crazy.
Nothing worse, but you have to get a quarterback. I'm sorry, trade for Josh Dobbs. You have to. I'm sorry, but you're not going out with Malik Willis each week.
I mean, Malik Willis' stock is rising from that, so, good for him. But, outside of that, they need something.
Nah.
They need something. So, I say here, we're just going to kind of spitball it. I mean, the second game, we're going to talk about that. Steelers beat the Falcons 18-10.
Kirk Cousins looking dumb. I mean, he had some terrible picks.
He didn't look great. Justin Fields started. Okay,
he looked
next.
bad. Yeah, too.
We're going to talk about this game. Arizona, Buffalo. Buffalo takes down Arizona 34-28. There's so many things to talk about here. I think, first of all, we have to talk about Josh Allen. Josh Allen looked absolutely spectacular. 4 total touchdowns, 230 yards passing, no turnovers at all. And he was making some plays, no quarterback should be making. First of all, because of injury risk. But second of all, that are just not human. So
the first 22 minutes of the game, he threw the ball twice.
Yeah.
For 10 yards. What is he doing? I don't know. The run game was terrible,
First quarter, they had 0 points. Yeah. But then past that, good for them.
Josh Allen had 4 touchdowns that day. Unreal.
You got to talk about that.
He had a nice throw to Keon Coleman, which was kind of cool.
Keon Coleman, I think they're going to have a great connection. They're going to have an absolutely great connection coming up. And, he only had 50 yards, but both teams were spreading the ball around, except Marvin Harrison Jr.
Let's, Marvin Harrison Jr. fans and fantasy owners, I'm sorry. I have him in 2 leagues, and I'm so mad.
My gosh.
I still won those leagues.
Oh, my gosh, that's rough. So, Marvin Harrison in PPR leagues, so that's points per reception, you had 1.4 points from a guy you had to pick in the first round.
Yeah.
From a guy you just picked in the first round, he had 3 targets into yesterday, and he had one play where there was, probably 15 yards of separation?
Yeah.
15 yards of separation, end zone, touchdown, clean, and he just was missed.
Yeah, and then at the last play of the game, he was wide open, and they didn't even throw to him.
Yeah.
Kyler did not look that great today. Yesterday. He did not look good. Their defense was... Or not defense, special teams is pretty much how they were good. It was just a weird game. I mean,
it was a very weird game.
He didn't throw to McBride at all, really, either. I don't know, man. Kyler just...
It was rough. He had 162 yards passing. I feel like it was a low passing yards game for everybody, though.
Yeah,
so
it's week 1. You know, they haven't played in a while.
All right, keep going down the list.
Titans, Bears.
Do you want me to talk about that? I'll talk about that a little bit.
That's awesome.
So I sat, and why is that awesome?
Well, that Caleb Williams sucks.
Okay, they were talking. Yeah, so I sat there. I had to watch that whole game because there was nothing else on.
Yeah.
So a lot of things I saw. First of all, I'm gonna get into the Bears later.
The Bears.
Will Levis. There were some uncalled for throws. His 2 picks could have been easily avoided.
Mm-hmm.
Easily avoided. His second pick that was returned for a pick 6. That I'm sure a lot of people have seen that. That just didn't need to happen. That didn't need to happen. That was a throw. He was trying to make something out of nothing, and that throw was not needed. His touchdown throw was spectacular. Great touchdown throw from him. But outside of that, there's some concerns. And those are things that he's just going to have to learn in the decision-making process. Tony Pollard, great game. And then on the Bears side.
The Bears
had 0 offense.
Yeah.
No offense.
I mean, the way they scored was a pick 6, a punt return,
for a touchdown.
like little strip sack thingy, and they didn't have anything else.
Their offense had no touchdowns.
Literally sad.
How did they get their 3rd touchdown?
They were just field goals, weren't they?
No, 14. You can't get that from him.
Oh, wait.
Oh, wait, they went for 2. That's right.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Yeah, they had just field goals, yeah.
Yeah, they went for a 2-point conversion. That's right.
Good.
They had all field goals. Caleb Williams, under 100 yards passing, no touchdowns. People are going to sit there and talk about how, he's the first overall pick to actually win their first game in like 20-some years. And I'm sorry, he did not win that game. He had a 19-yard sack he could have avoided.
Yeah.
He got out of the sack, and he was trying to run and make something of it, and he should not have.
Just throw the ball away, my guy.
And
goodness.
He did not. He looked awful.
And then he had Keenan Allen for a touchdown, I think 3 times that he just completely missed.
He missed his guys. There were 3 throws that he missed his guys on. Okay, and to be fair, I will play the other side here and say it's his first week. Doesn't have the chemistry with these guys to kind of know their timing. But some of those throws, if you're as good as you say you are, you have to make them.
And the Titans missed like 3 interceptions. Like
Caleb
Williams had the ball deflected like 5 times that game. Like it was insane how just weird. It was weird. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll keep going. Bengals beat the Pit.
Dude, Burrow did not look good.
He did not look like himself.
Fumbled the ball. Like everyone felt like they fumbled the ball in the end zone like 3 times.
Yeah,
it was a weird week, man.
It was a
really weird.
Really weird game. There's not much to talk about.
Burrow always looks bad in week 1 to 3. Like it's just his thing, man. I don't know what it is.
But we are going to sit and talk about Texans.
Let's go to the other games. Let's finish with them. Okay. No. Let's just go down the line. Texans, Colts.
We're talking about this, and you know who I want to talk about. Please. Can I talk about him first? Please.
Yeah.
Please. Anthony Richardson. Okay, I got dogged. I have him in 3 out of 4 of my fantasy leagues. He looked like a dog.
Okay, but he looked like a dog last year for the first 3 weeks until he got hurt because he's stupid.
But you can't deny him. That 70-yard touchdown throw, to be fair, that probably was a little bit of luck.
It was.
That arm strength to get that ball down there, that 70 yards, how many yards was that in the yard? Probably like 60 yards. And then his touchdown run, incredible season opener from Anthony Richardson. They fell short because it was the Texans. But you can talk a little bit because I'm out of breath.
I want to talk about Anthony Richardson. They had 4th and goal at the 2-yard or at the 4-yard line, down 10, I think it was. Anthony Richardson runs. He stopped at the 2-yard line and muscles his way into the end zone. That was what I think was the most impressive because that if he doesn't get in, obviously the game is over and you don't even have a shot. But that was impressive from AR. And then Stroud on the other hand, he looked good. Him and Stephon Diggs, he had the touchdown connection. But Nico Collins, he looked good. I think
Joe Mixon looked good.
Oh my goodness, Joe Mixon. I did not think he was going to be this good. They get Dameon Pierce as like their 2 to 3 guy, and Joe Mixon just going to go crazy this year. But Nico Collins, you can tell he's still his guy. That's still his guy. Stephon Diggs is going to get the touchdowns. that's whatever. But just his connection with Nico is pretty impressive.
Yeah.
And, they sneak away one in Indianapolis. And
that's how we thought it was going to go,
Yeah.
though. So for the Colts, look at week 2. That's all you got to do is look ahead to week 2 because there were a lot of good things from that game. Dolphins beat the Jags.
Yeah.
Tua had the highest passing yards in week 1. From any...
Did he actually? No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
Didn't
Yes, he did.
Baker Mayfield?
No. Baker had just under him because he had 338. Baker had 289.
Oh.
Stafford had 317. So that was the closest. But good game there from the Dolphins. Good chemistry.
Obviously, he had his little 80-yard touchdown to Tyreek.
Yeah. Again, good chemistry. But I feel like
Jason Sanders' game-winning kick wasn't a tough kick, but
game-winning.
It's still a tough hit. So then Panthers, wow.
We're talking about Bryce Young being the most overrated pick, first overall pick ever. I think you have to start talking about that. We'll give him a couple games to try to turn it around, but he looked awful. He truly looked awful.
Other hand, Derek Carr, whew.
Wow. Dog.
Like, I wouldn't say like his passing was crazy, but 200 yards for, I could have sworn it was 4 touchdowns.
No, I guess he only had 3.
Dang, for 3, which is still pretty good.
Rashid Shaheed.
Hold on, let me get a B-reel in this. In here. Come, watch us now. All right.
Okay, then. That was interesting.
Yeah, Jamal Williams had a rushing touchdown.
Yeah.
Jamal Williams.
There's Jamal.
But, yeah, Panthers look bad. His first throw of the game from Bryce was an interception.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Again, that was just a blowout.
Yeah,
We'll just keep on moving. There's a lot to talk about.
Moving.
Vikings take down the Giants. I would say that's surprising.
I honestly think the Vikings are going to be good this year. I think Sam Darnold...
You were saying Sam Darnold was going to be trash.
No, I just honestly think that like whoever has Justin Jefferson is going to be good.
Yeah.
I feel like you could be friggin' a homeless dude from the side of the street. You throw to Justin Jefferson, he's going to make any catch that you throw at him. And, you have Aaron Jones looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Aaron Jones looks pretty good.
Yep.
First touchdown.
Solid.
Yeah.
I think on the Giants side, you have to give a shout out to Malik Neighbors. He looked solid.
Yeah, he's going to be so annoyed with Daniel Jones.
Yeah, but he looks good. He looks good right now.
He's going to request a trade by week 4.
Right, but honestly, good.
Yeah.
Like it from him. Daniel Jones, if he didn't have those 2 picks and maybe had 1 touchdown, we would be talking that he had a decent game.
Brother, what?
We would be talking that he had a decent game.
Just take away all of his 17 touchdown or picks,
Yeah.
Just take away his 2 picks. Nah, dude, nah.
Yeah, but
he had a bad game.
That's what I'm saying. He had a bad game. He had a very bad game.
If you take away his thing,
rushing, they could not find anything. Devin Singletary. I mean, again, what more is there to talk about there? I feel like this was a very low stat week.
Yeah, it's kind of. It's week 1. It's always like that.
Chargers take down the Raiders.
Yeah, this is whatever. I mean, 2 kind of.
Ladd McConkey gets his first NFL touchdown.
Oh, did he really?
He did, yeah.
Dang.
Ladd McConkey looking solid. And honestly, Quentin Johnston looked fairly solid as well. So, good for those guys. Yeah. Herbert, again, didn't have crazy stat line. 144 yards and a touchdown. But that's enough to get it done because you had J.K. Dobbins running.
Holy moly.
10 carries,
what
135
did J.K. Dobbins just do?
He had a longest 61 yard.
Sheesh.
He had a 61 yard touchdown run. I believe it was a touchdown run.
I did not know J.K. is him, bro.
Bro, that was a good game.
And now let's get into the 425 games, which that one was. But Broncos, this was a pretty good game. I didn't watch any of it. I didn't watch any of it. But Gino, he struggled in the first half, but he looks pretty good.
Bo Nix struggled too.
Did he?
138 yards, 2 interceptions.
Man.
Technically, that's a worse game than Bryce Young.
Yeah.
But it's his first game, okay? It's his first game, so chill out. He had a touchdown run, okay?
Kenneth looked good. Holy.
He did, but we'll get into that later.
What? Did he get hurt?
We'll talk about that later.
Oh, shoot. No!
Stop it. Stop spoiler alert. Yeah. I feel like we kind of got to spitball these because we're starting to get low on time.
Yeah.
Cowboys take down the Browns.
Yeah.
Cowboys thing.
Brandon Aubrey, MVP. Holy moly.
Yeah. Good old Brandon Aubrey.
He did everything.
The Bucks take down the Commanders. I mean,
Shane Daniels looked pretty good in this game. Yeah.
he had the most rushing
Yeah.
yards between both teams.
Did he actually?
He actually did.
Wait, what?
88 yards.
Holy.
I mean, Rashid White looked good. Great receiving. His numbers were good. But and so did Chris Godwin and Mike Evans.
Yeah.
But the Buccaneers,
Baker Mayfield.
Buccaneers, it just looked really good for the Bucs.
Whew.
Looked very good for him.
Yeah.
Everybody on that sideline did good. And we are going to be talking about the Lions games here for about 20 minutes.
Yeah, that's good than that.
That seems very generous.
Yeah. What did you think of this game?
Okay. Something's happening with Dan Campbell. Yeah, I'm going to start off there because I feel like there were fourth down that he decided not to go for that 2023 Dan Campbell would have said, heck yeah, give it to me all day and I'll bite your kneecaps off. Like,
Yeah.
they weren't going for it on fourth down. They weren't getting it to St. Brown and Laporta. And
Well, that's not really on Campbell. That's, I think, just...
that's game plan. That's partially, I think, game plan.
That's people were triple teaming, double teaming Saint and
Yeah.
Laporta, and that's why JMO was able to do what he did.
Yeah.
JMO,
And that's a great sign, I think, that we have
Yeah.
Jameson Williams, who went for 121 yards and a touchdown. That we have the guy who, if St. Brown's doubled and Laporta's doubled, that if JMO's one-on-one, he's Waymo. Like,
Waymo.
Like,
Yeah.
that is a great sign. I mean, on the other side, you have Stafford, 317, a touchdown and an interception. They really could not run the ball all game. Cooper Kupp went off. Yeah. David Montgomery wins it in overtime for us.
Did you hear what Matthew Stafford said?
What?
They asked him, like, do you feel at home here anymore? He's like, no.
Makes sense.
That's
They
hilarious.
booed him. And I
Yeah.
mean, honestly,
That's hilarious.
with things that have come out, Jared Goff's our guy.
Yeah, Jared Goff, he had a tough game, but everyone struggled in week one.
Week one was a rough.
It's week one. Everybody feels like they do it. You know,
Yep, it was a
week one
rough-
last year we were pretty bad and we still won.
Yep.
You know,
The only team.
David Montgomery just put their team on our back in
Yeah.
overtime. That was impressive.
I think he put the team on his back, period. He had
I think J-Mo did pretty. Waymo did. You know, he did pretty good.
David Montgomery, good game.
But Terry Arnold struggled a little bit. You know, he looked good, but
Yep.
he just had some crucial penalties that just
Yep.
kind of cost us a little
I
bit.
think like the announcers were saying, I agree with this. It's stuff he would get away with at Alabama
Yeah.
because college football in the SEC. Am I saying that? It's the SEC, right?
I think so. Yeah.
In the SEC, it's a little tougher than the NFL. You're not gonna get called for as many things as you are, and that's just gonna be a little bit of a learning curve, and that's okay.
Yeah,
It's okay. It'll
We
happen.
felt like we got a lot of pressure to Stafford, but if I'm a Rams fan, I'm happy right now because Matthew Stafford was able to do that to Cooper Kupp.
Yep.
It's like 2021 all over again.
Yep. For real.
Puka goes down, and you still can find anybody else to throw the ball.
And I think
to.
we have to talk about Hutchinson finally gets a sack,
Yeah.
but why? I think Hutchinson's so under. Wow. Okay, then that's an interesting team to add. Oh.
I didn't even see that until after. I thought.
So Hutchinson, he gets held. I feel like 75%.
Yeah,
75% of plays, and as a Lions
Yeah.
fan, it's awful because we have our guy trying to get into the quarterback, and if he wasn't getting held, how many sacks would he have?
like 3 to 4.
Yeah, 3 to 4 every game easily.
He's causing a
so
lot
good.
of trouble. And Stafford, you know, he looked good.
How many turnovers would he cause by forcing the quarterback to roll out, throw it? You know what could be done? And
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, he did get a good couple holds called on him finally, but there were a lot missed. There were a lot of missed calls there.
Yeah, but I think we have one of the best duos in football. Holy moly. Gibbs and Demo. Holy moly. This is going to be
Yeah.
insane with the offensive line. They looked good. I feel like in overtime, they were just tired. The defense, they were just tired. I mean, they had a 2-minute drill, and they had to go back out, and they were just tired. And Ben Johnson was just like, yeah, let's just win this game right here. And that's what we did. So I think what we do every week, we do talk about all the games, and then we get into the Lions next week. We like talk about that. You want to do that?
Like talk about the Lions game next week.
Yeah,
now?
like what do we think is gonna happen that week?
Hooey.
Baker Mayfield coming off a pretty good game, coming back to Ford Field like last year.
We are having our back-to-back playoff rematches, so I think Ford Field again going to be electric.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things for the Lions that have to be done to win this game. their secondary cannot play like they did because they have Chris Godwin and Mike Evans. We had Puka go down. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to play a Rams fan here. What happens in that game if Puka doesn't go down? Is that like a clean sweep, game over, you're done game? Or is it going to end how it ended? Personally, I think it would have been... I think the Rams would have come out with the win. Because our secondary was getting burned.
Yeah.
They were getting burned by their
was...
wide receiver 3 and 4.
Mm-hmm.
So,
that's true.
Guys have got to figure it out. I think Terry and Arnold can get locked down. He just has to get out of some of those penalties.
Yeah.
But what do you think?
For the Buccaneers game, I just think Carlton Davis he's playing against his old team. He's gonna be nuts next week.
Yep.
I think Baker. He played against the Commanders defense, so they're John Elway. It was way worse. That's actually
okay.
Yeah, but I think the Buccaneers they want to win this game, but I was more worried about the Rams and the Buccaneers, which it's the NFL any given Sunday.
Yeah.
But we just need to have a better offensive game. Get Amon-Ra in the game, get Sam Laporta into the game, find Waymo again, and I think we can win this game. I think it's going to be a little bit better of a game. I think we'll win 34-24. I think we'll win 34-24.
I don't think it's going to be... I think it's going to be... I'm going to go with 28-24. Okay, I think it's going to be a little bit of a closer game. Buccaneers defense is solid.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to come down to our secondary. Bottom line is our secondary are going to make or break the game. I mean, realistically, that is what it is every game. But that's what it's going to be. Wow, tickets as low as $140. That's not bad.
Dang. No idea. But, yeah, it's going to be fun. Now let's get into the injuries, and then I think we should be good to go.
Let's just go through the injuries.
Jake Ferguson, he's injured with his knee. Puka, his knee. Kenneth Walker is abdominal.
He's got
abdominal
soreness, something like that.
Josh Allen's hand. They said he's good to go.
Yeah, he said he's fine.
Yeah.
So that's
Ramadunze knee. I saw him get her. I saw him get her.
He's getting an MRI today. Yeah. A lot of these guys are getting scans done today. So we'll probably hear, probably as we get off.
And I think they said Njoku's going to be out for next week. And
David Njoku.
Jordan Addison ankle. Yeah, but we will probably be getting James Houston and DJ Reader back next week. And maybe Melifonwu if,
Melifonwu would be huge.
Yeah,
They'd be huge.
Yeah. NFL's back, baby. This was our podcast. Thank you all so much for watching.
Make sure subscribe. I think it's only us watching anyways, though. Yep. So, have a good week. We've got stuff to go get done. Yep. So, thank you all. Peace out.
See you.